Good day class, our lesson for today is all about adjustment in marriage. At the end of this module, you will be able to discuss the factors related to marital success, examine critically the sources of conflict among husband and wife, enumerate the grounds for legal separation. So when it comes to marital adjustment, ito yung isa sa pagdadaanan ng mag-asawa ng newlywed couple. Nandiyan, tinatawag nating adaptation doon sa way of living nila before, yung nakasanayan nila. So, ang laki nga pagbabago. So, kailangan makapag-adjust, no, sa on the first couple of years or months. Kailangan nandyan yung adjustment period ng mag-asawa. So, adjustment is reached when interaction between the spouses is so organized. Kung maayos yung interaction, yung pagsasama ng mag-asawa, andun na yung adjustment napakadali. But in some cases like ngayon, napaka high tech tayo ngayon. So may mga halimbawa sa cases ng mga sa chat lang, sa social media lang nagkakilala, or in the case of long distance, so ang laking adjustment yung gagawin ng mag-asawa if that is the case. Saka lang sila magkikita kapag kakasal na. So, yung adjustment talagang medyo matagal if that is the case. So, kung maayos naman yung pagsusama, organize, kahit madami silang pagkakaiba, individual differences, halimbawa. So, kasama na dun yun sa adjustment ng buhay mag-asawa. So, sa pag-adjust ng buhay mag-asawa, so, nandiyan yung tinatawag nating marital happiness or satisfaction. So, it is an individual emotional response commonly measured by self-administered questionnaire, which asks spouses how happy or satisfied they are with their relationship. So, another method na ginawa na study is to evaluate on the basis of certain criteria. So, kung ikaw, halimbawa, sa isang asawa, pwede siyang mag-evaluate. Mayroon siyang method to evaluate. Anong basihan? Pwedeng sa similarity ng kung ano ba yung gusto ng isang asawa, gusto din ba ng asawa niya, something like that. Agreement or disagreements, mga arguments, mga di pagkakaunawaan at pagkakaunawaan. So, pwedeng isa or sa dalawang mag-asawa, pwede nilang gawin ito. Kung ano, in a number of issues. Kung halimbawa, may mga issues sila, may mga conflicts. Method of settling disagreements, regret of marriage, wag naman sana, and so on. So, diyan papasok yung tinatawag nating marital success. Kung ang isang mag-asawa masaya, kontento sa buhay nilang mag-asawa, diyan papasok yung marital success. So it generally refers to the achievement of one or more goals including permanence, companionship, fulfilling expectations of the community, and so forth, according to Schliemann. So on the part of the couple, marital success is achieved. Nagiging successful ang mag-asawa kung nakikita nila na yung kanilang buhay mag-asawa, yung kanilang marriage ay masaya. Okay? Sila ay nagiging successful if that is the case. Kung masaya sila, kontento sila sa kanilang buhay mag-asawa. No? So, that their experiences are satisfying. Satisfied ba sila sa mga pagdadaanan nila or sa mga achievement nila bilang mag-asawa, and that they have adequately adjusted to each other in the various aspects of their married life. Then we have factors related to marital success. Ano nga ba yung mga factors na pwedeng mag-contribute sa katagumpayan ng buhay may asawa? Una, tinitignan natin dyan yung family background. Of course, bago ka naman mag-asawa or pumili ng mapapangasawa ng lifetime partner, of course, tinitignan mo din dyan ang family background. You have to check. No? So, kilalaning mabuti din yung mapapangasawa sa pamamagitan ng ano ba yung background ng kanyang family, Ano ba yung kanilang pagkatao? Ano ba yung mga pinagkakaabalahan nila? Yan. Kailangan na tinitignan din natin yung bagay na yan. So it is the most important factor believed to determine marital success. Kasi kung hindi mo kikilalanin yung mapapangasawa mo, hindi mo alam kung ano yung background ng pamilya niya, so medyo may magkakaproblema ka doon. So tinitignan natin ang family background. So ano ba? Baka broken family sila, no? Or pamilya pala sila ng drug lord, for example, ano? Kung hindi mo kikilalanin. So isang pinakamahalagang factor itong family background. You have to check family background. Kaya nga in your stage of knowing each other, napag-uusapan ninyo yung pamilya ng bawat isa. Next is the socio-economic status. So according sa research ni Dr. Samuel Whaley, siya isang marriage counselor and judge of matrimonial tribunals. So, dito niya inilabas yung large percentage ng marital dissolution. Kung bakit ang dami daw ng mag-asawang naghihiwalay. Kasi, ito ay may kinalaman sa income. Ayan. So, it plays a crucial role and always become the underlying element in the personal and socio-psychological dimensions of the husband and wife relationship. Thus, it can potentially provoke interpersonal stress between the spouses. So, nowadays, no, ito din yung isa sa mga cause ng hiwalayan ng mag-asawa because of money, yung socio-economic status. No? Minsan, kung si husband, halimbawa, walang work, and then may bisyo pa, dami pang bisyo, wala nang trabaho, then in that case talagang medyo talagang makakapag-isip si wife na makipaghiwalay kasi wala namang silbi, halimbawa, no? So related to socio-economic background is the questions of the wife's employment. Hindi lang sa wife, ganun din sa husband's employment. So ano ba yung trabaho ni wife, ni husband, halimbawa, kaya bang bumuhay ng pamilya? That's the question, ano? So kadalasan, according to the study ni Dr. Samuel Wiley, ay talagang ito yung isa sa cause ng marriage dissolution, yung socio-economic status. Next is the location of residence. Saan nga ba pipirme yung mag-asawa? Sa syudad ba? Sa probinsya? Probinsya mas tahimik, sa syudad mas maingay. So nakakapagbigay ng stress kapag sa syudad kasi diyan halo-halo lahat ng tao diyan. May maski yung mga location, may squatters area. So yun yung kaibahan. Then according to the study of Dr. Samuel Whaley, mas common yung paghihiwalay ng mag-asawa sa urban, sa mga syudad, sa mga industrialized society. Next is the religiosity. So, malaking adjustment pagdating sa bagay na ito kung yung mag-asawa is magkaiba ng religion na tinatahak, na sinusunod. Ayan. So, malaking adjustment, malaking pagbabago. So, isa sa kanila ay makukonvert or isa sa kanila ay mananatili sa kanyang religion. So, malaking factor ito when it comes to marital success. So the adjustment is greater among those with more ritualistic involvement. Frequent church attendance, active participation in religion-affiliated organizations, and frequent financial support for church, more intense religious experience, and more conservative beliefs. So, minsan ito din yung cause ng hindi pagkakaunawaan ng mag-asawa dahil magkaiba sila ng religion. But the best thing to do, siguro, if you choose a lifetime partner, dapat yung kapanalig mo na, yung kapareho mo na ng religion. Sa ganun ay hindi kayo mahirapang mag-adjust sa bagay na ito. Next, we have intermarriage. So, in the case of, in the period of adjustment, malaking bagay itong, malaking adjustment yung kailangang suungin ng mag-asawa sa tinatawag nating intermarriage. Lalo na, intermarriage is marriage between members of different groups or endogamy or mixed marriage. For example, si Pilipina nag-asawa ng Canadian, si Pilipina nag-asawa ng Australian, or si Pilipino nag-asawa ng Amerikana. So that is what we call intermarriage. So yung one source of adjustment among couples is when husband and wife are greatly different from each other. Lalo na kung magkaiba ng lahi. Napakalaki ng adjustment na gagawin ng mag-asawa. Kasi may individual differences sila, lalo na sa belief, sa principle, sa way of living, yung way ng pamumuhay, magkaiba yan. Magkaibang Pilipino sa ibang lahi. So napakalaki yung adjustment na susuungin ng mag-asawa sa bagay na yan. Next, may mga implications for marital adjustment in the differences between the spouses. May pagkakaiba ang mag-asawa hindi lang sa lahi, gaya ng nabanggit natin kanina. Hindi lang sa lahi, kundi in terms of age, intelligence, or educational attainment. Yan yung mga madalas pagkakaiba ng mag-asawa. So there's a big age gap, means different levels of physical energy for the spouses. Pagkaiba ng physical energy. Kung sino yung mas bata, siya yung mas malakas. And the possible problem of sex incompatibility. Ayan. So, the spouses may also have trouble in finding common friends and leisure activities. So, dyan din, isa din yan. A wide gap in intelligence and educational attainment also means some difficulty relating to each other and appreciating each other's work. So, sa educational attainment naman, so, kung sino yung mas, sabihin na natin mas mataas yung pinag-aralan, so yung adjustment nandyan, lalo na kung yung isang asawa ay may hindi naman siya ganun nakapagtapos, yung asawa niya talagang professional, mataas yung pinag-aralan, so may adjustment sa bagay na yan. Then may tinatawag tayong cultural and subcultural differences na nagkukos din ng problema for marital adjustment. Una dyan is nationality, gaya ng nabanggit ko kanina. Halimbawa si Pilipino, nag-asawa ng Canadian. So, may kinalaman yan, nagkukos din ng problema for marital adjustment, itong nationality. Yung pangalawa, ethnic. Okay? Then, pangatlo, class differences. Sino ba yung mas may high educational attainment? Sino ba yung mas may kaya? Mayaman ba siya? And then yung isa, hindi. So, class differences. It is between mahirap at mayaman. So, yun yung class differences. For example, the wife in Japan has a very low status and has to serve not only her family but also her in-laws. So thus, Filipinos married to Japanese men find it hard to adjust to the system. Yan, may kinalaman sa sistema. So mahirap mag-adjust sa bagay na yan. So in German society naman, marriage to a Filipina brings one several notches down in social status because Asian women are seen as dirt socially. So this means that many such marriages are potentially conflict-laden. Next, differences in social class backgrounds. So, implies differences in taste with regard to food. Yan. Sa clothes, sa pananamit, sa type of recreation, table manners, and speech. So, a lower class woman married to an upper class man, for example, may find it difficult to manage a big house. So, with many servants or to adjust to the behavior and etiquette of high society. Halimbawa, yung isang mayaman or isang mahirap na kapag-asawa ng mayaman. So, malaking adjustment. So, yun yung tinatawag nating pagkakaiba when it comes to social class backgrounds. So, sa intermarriage class, meron tayong religious difference, pagkakaiba ng relihiyon. So, mostly, ang misunderstanding dito is yung pagkain. May mga pwedeng kainin sa mag-asawa kung magkaiba ng religion, lalo na. So, laking adjustment dyan. Si husband, halimbawa, iba yung religion niya, iba din yung religion nung ni wife. So, sa pagkain pa lamang magkakaroon na ng misunderstanding dyan. May mga bawal sa isa, na hindi naman bawal sa isa, di ba? So, ang intermarriages in the Philippines ay nangyayari na yan, ano? Between Catholics and Protestants, between Christians and Muslims, between Filipinos and other nationalities like Americans, Chinese, Japanese, Australians, at iba pa. Next is family violence, misuse of power. So family violence is not confined to husband-wife relations alone, but it can also occur between parents and children. So hindi lang sa mag-asawa nagaganap yung family violence, kundi sa mga magulang at anak as a sort of discipline between siblings, perhaps due to jealousy or rivalry. Sa family talaga, minsan hindi din naiwasan yung kompetensya, no? So, nakikita natin yan today. Or between children and the elderly. Between sa bunso at sa panganay, or sa gitna, between gitna at sa panganay or sa bunso. So, may mga dyan minsan nag-start yung family violence. And sad to say, may mga physically nagkakasakitan because of jealousy or because of kompetensya. Yan. Family violence may several forms of abuses. So una, physical. Kung isang bata, halimbawa, ay sinasaktan physically ng kanyang magulang, itinatali, halimbawa, or pinaplantya, pinapalo ng talagang hindi normal na palo, no? Hanggang sa nagkakapasa-pasa yung isang tao, isang bata, isang anak, no? Ganon din sa mag-asawa, no? Halimbawa, binubugbog si wife ng kanyang husband. Or ganon din, may mga cases din na binubugbog din si husband ng kanyang wife, no? So, next is verbal. Kung ikaw ay laging nakatatanggap ng masasamang salita, galing sa iyong pamilya, galing sa iyong mga kamag-anak, galing sa iyong mga kapatid. Verbal yan. Mga masasama, like for example is, mamatay ka na, ganon. Mga ganon. Verbal abuse yan. Then next we have economic. Halimbawa, si husband hindi nagbibigay ng sustento sa pamilya. So, that is economic, economic abuse. Then 4, we have emotional. Yan. Madalas ito sa family, itong emotional. Hindi natin alam. Minsan may mga nagkaka-anxiety na, may mga nadidepress na pala, hindi natin alam. So, next is sexual. Ito din, madalas din ito. Sad to say, sa mga kabataan within their family, nakakaranas ng sexual abuse. So in family violence, we have government agencies which provide help to victims. Number 1, we have DSWD. Number 2, we have police women's desk. Or yung in every police station, may mga police women's desk. Or sa BAUSI, Violence Against Women and Children. We have NGOs like Kalakasan, Women's Crisis Centers, and Women's Legal Bureau Incorporated. So many of these agencies provide police protection. We have legal assistance, medical, as well as provisions for shelter and food. And above all, family members and relatives, yung give moral support, protection, accommodation, financial aid, and assistance in applying for legal separation. Next, we have husband-wife conflict. So, it's normal to have conflict from time to time sa buhay ng mag-asawa, lalo na kung sila ay nasa unang taon, pangalawang taon ng kanilang buhay mag-asawa. May mga conflict yan. Hindi yan, yan ay isang normal lang. Conflict that is economic in nature include issues on savings, investments, purchases, yung sa trabaho ng mag-asawa, sa trabaho ni wife, then sa trabaho ni husband. Next, hindi lang sa mag-asawa yung nagkakaroon ng conflict. May conflict din between sa mga anak. So, it may involve yung number desired, how much allowance to give to young kids, how much freedom to give to adolescents. May mga anak na piling minsan parang hindi sila malaya, no, dahil napakahigpit ng kanilang magulang. Piling nila sila ay nakakulong. So may mga conflict between dyan sa mga bagay na yan. Then other usual trouble spots are loss of lack of affection. Yung mga batang or mga anak na napapabayaan dahil sa laging busy yung magulang or problem of all tasks, laging si panganay na lang yung naguhugas ng pinggan, halimbawa, laging si panganay na lang yung gumagawa ng lahat ng gawaing bahay. So diyan nagkakaroon ng conflict. Pangatlo, deviant behavior like drinking and gambling, So may mga nakikita tayong ganyan. Mabisyo, halimbawa, wala na ang trabaho, may bisyo pa, nagiinom pa, nagsusugal pa. Next, we have causes of conflict among Filipino couples. Una, we have infidelity, yung hindi pagiging tapat ng mag-asawa. Next, relationship with in-laws. So, hindi maganda yung relationship mo kay biyanan, no? So, isa yan sa mga cause ng conflict. Vices like gambling and drinking, lack of or difficulties in communication. Then, personality and character problems such as immaturity, responsibility, and incompatibility. Hindi kayo compatible, no? Or bata yung isa sa inyo, no? Yung isa ayaw ng responsibilidad. Then, financial reasons such as inadequacy as breadwinner or non-support. So sa ating saligang batas, ang isang spouse or ang isang asawa pwedeng mag-file ng isang legal separation. Kung talagang yung marriage nila hindi na maayos, isa sa kanila talagang nasasaktan physically, verbally, wala nang pagbabago, hindi na nagiging maganda yung kanilang pagsasama, ang isang asawa, pwedeng mag-file ng legal separation. Lalo na in the case of abuses, physical, yan, pwedeng mag-file ang isang asawa ng legal separation. Ano-ano yung mga bagay? Ano-ano yung mga grounds for legal separation? According sa Family Code of the Philippines, 1987, Article 55, number 1, repeated physical violence or grossly abusive conduct directed against the petitioner, a common child, or a child of the petitioner. So, number 2, physical violence or moral pressure to compel the petitioner to change the religious or political affiliation. Pag sinabing petitioner, yung nagpa-file ng complaint. Siya yung nagpa-file ng complaint. Siya yung nagpa-file ng legal separation. To change religious or political affiliation. So, ang isang spouse, ang isang asawa, hindi mo po pwedeng pilitin to convert in such religion or political affiliation. By that case, you're entitled to file for legal separation. Then, pangatlo, attempt of respondent to corrupt or induce the petitioner, a common child or a child of the petitioner, to engage in prostitution. So ngayon may mga gumagawa ng ganyan internet. Mas madali na lang ngayon. In such corruption or inducement. 4, final judgment, sentencing the respondent to imprisonment of more than 6 years even if pardon. So ang final judgment is 6 na taon na pagkakakulong. Number 5, drug addiction or habitual alcoholism of the respondent. So, halimbawa, yung isang asawa na kinukomplain ay napatunayan ng kanyang asawa na siya isang addict, siya ay nagtutulak, no? Or yung habitual alcoholism, yung pagiging lasenggo ng isang asawa, pwede kang mag-file ng legal separation. So, these are the grounds for legal separation under our Family Code of the Philippines. Number 6 ground for legal separation, we have lesbianism or homosexuality of the respondent. So, halimbawa, yung mag-asawa, isa sa kanila isang homosexual or yung si wife ay isang lesbian, hindi niya alam na ganun pala, then nung mag-asawa na sila, tsaka lang niya nalaman, and napatunayan niyang nakipagrelasyon pa sa kapwa niya babae or sa kapwa niya lalaki, then pwede siya magpal ng legal separation. Pwede siya makipaghiwalay. Number 7, contracting by the respondent of a subsequent bigamous marriage, whether in the Philippines or abroad. So, pwede kang mag-file ng legal separation dyan. Then, sexual infidelity or perversion. Ang sexual infidelity ay yung obligasyon ng isang asawa or ng mag-asawa uh, uh, na dapat sila lang yung nagkakaroon ng sexual intercourse. Kung napatunayan ni Mrs. or ni Mr. na halimbawa yung kanyang asawa uh, nagkakaroon pa siya ng sexual intercourse sa ibang tao, pwede siyang mag-file ng legal separation. And number 9, the attempt of the respondents against the life of the petitioner. The number 10, abandonment of petitioner by respondent without justifiable cause for more than 1 year. So, yung ang asawa, halimbawa iniwan ka ng asawa mo, yung isang asawa, halimbawa iniwan for more than 1 year, ay pwede na siya mag-file, no, ng legal separation pag inabando na ng asawa without justifiable reason. So class, that ends our discussion for this lesson. Thank you so much and God bless.